1, 2, the cut down.
Charger. We're going to start with the Xiaomi Mi Air charger. We're going to break it down, man. So again, because Xiaomi are on one, they're always on one, they're always on sign, they always want to be pushing some form of not weird innovation, but they want to be pushing some stuff, man. You know, whether it's the all-screen wraparound of the, you know, the Mi Alpha, whether it's crazy fast charging speeds of 120 watts, whether it's crazy fast wireless charging of 50 or above watts over wireless charging. Now this truly wireless charging, is it really possible? Is it really what we think it is that's coming from Xiaomi? And this is from their Twitter page, right? And when I first saw this, I thought like, nah, haters are gonna say it's photoshopped, and maybe the haters might be right. Maybe the haters might be right. Maybe it is photoshopped, maybe it's CGI, maybe it's VFX, maybe it's too good, it's too good to be true. And it says, you know, revolutionizing the current wireless charging methods. Hashtag Mi Air Charge technology changes your devices charges your devices remotely without cables and charging stands. Let's see in action. Innovation for everyone. Let's see what's good.
What does charging look like in the future?
Okay.
Imagine walking into a room and your phone automatically begins charging.
All right. Is that the case, yeah?
Today, we're bringing this closer to reality. Introducing Mi Air Charge technology. Using a system made up of 144 antennas, this transfers energy to the smartphone in the form of an extremely narrow millimeter wide wave beam. Within a few meters, we offer a 5-watt remote charging solution.
Okay.
Taking that a step further, it also supports multi-device charging. Charge on the move, while gaming, or even when something's in the way. Looking ahead, smart living goes truly wireless. This isn't science fiction. This is technology. Mi Air Charge technology.
Already, yeah. I'm not laughing. I like the fact that they had to clarify it. They had to clarify it first of all. Okay, so what it says on the next one is, so we're excited to bring you the remote charging technology, Mi Air Charge technology. Charge multiple devices simultaneously while you're gaming, walking around, or even when something is in the way. No strings attached. Another giant leap forward in wireless charging technology. Okay. Really? really? Okay, remote charging, no cables, or okay. Wow. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. As someone that is I'm not really a wireless charging type of person. The ones that know me on the channel, I'm a big advocate on fast charging, highest capacity possible, but the fastest recharging time as possible. It's a big staple of my channel. It's a big staple of what I do in terms of the content that I post on the channel, because it's something that matters to my lifestyle, right? My lifestyle is very hectic in terms of just what I do. I'm probably one of the only few people that you're gonna find that doesn't actually charge their devices overnight, because I just don't remember to. I don't remember to, and I've got weird plug positions in my place, so I don't always remember to actually charge what I need to charge. So I for the longest time, I really depend on true, efficient, fast charging. But this might just add to the convenience of someone like me that really never really classed wireless charging as wireless charging. I always class, and I did a video on this, and I did a discussion of this. I've already the standard of what Qi wireless charging is. I've always classed it as contact charging or contactless charging, and I've used this methodology based on the fact that with contactless charging, it's very much the same as contactless payment, right? When you're making a payment with your contactless card or your NFC based smartphone, right, you don't actually have to make contact with the pad. Within close proximity, you can charge, like it makes a payment, but most people touch it, so it's contact based. So that's how I've seen the standard of wireless charging, because there's a wire to the pad, but there isn't a wire to the phone, but it's a contact made. I just think the worst thing that they gave it was wireless charging. I think that standard name of wireless charging was just to make it sound fancier than it would have. That's me personally. I think they should have called it contactless charging or contact charging. right? That would have made more sense, because this really does look like true wireless charging. When we say wireless charging, it's the same principle as what your wireless earbuds behave in terms of true wireless or wired with Bluetooth. You know, there's generally, it's a wireless transmission. Now, I've seen this and I'm like, really, it really does amaze me if this is going to be the case. There are some concerns that I look at it, right? Because if it's using the ultra wideband frequency, if it's using a thin frequency to do that, it's probably going to be based on the same millimeter wave 5G frequency. So I'm really interested to see how they're going to pull off this thing of being able to charge even at 5 watts. Even at 5 watts, how are they going to be able to charge with objects in a way? One, that's the first thing that really comes in my mind. Second, how many devices are we talking when you say multi-charging solution, multi-device charging? How many are we talking? Technically 2 is multi. Is that all you're talking about? We don't know how many devices. So I'm just, again, off head. That's the main point of concern, or the question that comes in mind when I'm looking at how many devices? Okay. Is it really going to be able to sustain the 5 watts? The radiation concerns, right? The size of the base station. Then we're also then looking at how much power draw is coming from the base station to be able to do that, right? What type of charging management or intelligent charging management is going to be doing? How much of an open standard is it going to be? Because right now I feel like it's going to be it's going to be close to being a proprietary solution. It's going to be close to being a proprietary solution. And it would make sense for them to do that, because they want to incentivize people to come into some form of what their ecosystem could be for what they're trying to build with their wireless charging ecosystem. How much of an open standard would it be? Will people adapt to it? Will there be a coalition next to the Qi wireless standard to make it an open standard? Or are people going to fragment it and make their own versions of it? That's another thing that comes into mind when I'm thinking about it. And then the cost. How much is this thing going to cost? Because the size of that base station and what that base station is, it looks like it's going to cost a lot of P. It looks like it's going to cost a lot of money. So those are the things that run in mind. Yeah. But as someone that isn't a wireless charging person, because I really don't like I know Apple made the attempt of MagSafe to make it more convenient and more secure with being able to plant it on the pad and the magnet, links up. But then obviously the flip side, other people have been saying with MagSafe, is that you don't get the ease of having to pick it up. So there's that. But the inefficiencies of it. But where it appeals to me as someone that sees the inconvenience of wireless charging, this might actually make it convenient because it's true wireless charging. If I don't have to think, and in terms of the chip management and the CPU management and whatever the intelligent AI management that they're going to be using, the protocols that they're going to be using to make sure that it actually auto manages and auto charges properly throughout that process, I think for someone like me, it appeals to me. Again, I'm speaking for myself here. The reason why I'm speaking for myself is because I share the concerns that I have with it just off head. There's probably way more concerns. But I've shared my concerns, but I'm looking at it as, for someone like myself, I could see the convenience of it. I really could see the convenience of it. And it's good. Even with Xiaomi's track record of not always necessarily following through, one thing that I have a bit more confidence in them is the fact that when it comes to R&D and innovation in charging tech, they've been pretty much on point. They've been doing good. They have been doing good. You've got to kind of give them a bit of credit for that and see how this could be a possibility and how this could shake up the industry. Because based on popularity contest, they might not be the popular solution, but what they will do is push other companies forward to really think and see if this is a good solution and if it's a viable solution. And I think it is. And I know the attention for us is to look into battery tech and make batteries last longer. I still want that to be the case, but I think this is also something I'm not complaining about the development of it. It looks interesting. It does look concerning. Anytime any company is trying to do anything out of the norm, whether it's been done before and it flopped and they're picking back up, or it's not been done before and they're doing it for the first time, there's always going to be that point of concern, which is perfectly justified in that sense, right? But I'm looking at it from just a simplistic, making the process easier for the general public. I don't want to use the average consumer because I think that just insults the person and how educated they can be in their user experience. But for the general public, and even for someone like me that really just does not see, I don't want to say I don't see the need for wireless charging. It's just wireless charging doesn't benefit my lifestyle. Something like this could do, especially if it's simultaneous, it's autonomous, it's well managed. The AI on it in terms of on a firmware level really manages it well. Even with all those concerns, if this is the first bridge of a gap to really bring such a technology into fruition, to really make it a reality, I am all for it. I'm all for it. Even with the concerns that I've stated from before, I'm all for the development of this as someone that genuinely is very interested in charging technology as a whole. This excites me, and I pray they develop on it, and I pray that other companies see this as a good solution to really start developing R&D in, as well as obviously the development of things like graphene based batteries and hydrogen fuel cell based batteries in a thinner and more safer, efficient form, to really have maybe double the capacity within the same entropy based formation batteries that you'll find in slimmer form factor phones like what we have. It will be great to see something like an iPhone 12 mini, my favorite iPhone ever, have double the battery capacity based on the entropy formation capabilities and advantages of graphene based batteries or hydrogen fuel cells in a small package, so it's just something to consider. But speaking for myself, man, even if it's just like it looks like a fantasy. It does look like science fiction, and that's one of the reasons why I laughed when they said it, because I was thinking the same thing in my head, and it's almost like the clock people will say this within the right time, so they said this is not science fiction. So I rate what they're doing, I rate what they're showcasing. I hope this isn't just a fad. I hope within the next year or two, just like when Samsung first showcased the Infinity Flex platform, and I'm here enjoying, the Note series, the Flex series, the Infinity Flex platform with the Galaxy Fold 2 and where it is. Xiaomi, please follow through. I beg of you, follow through for us, yeah? Because stuff like this is what really stops people from saying that smartphones are getting boring, tech is getting boring. I'm like, yo, you guys can't really be saying that. You people can't really be saying that when companies like this are trying to really break the mold and really make certain things that were kind of a half-baked solution of wireless charging, which should have really been called contact or contactless charging, to really make it true wireless charging. So yeah, I think this is a quick fire enough, man, of my thoughts on it with the Xiaomi Mi Air Charge. Yeah,